week I feel like the only thing I've heard about is the Hunger Games, and not just because I'm helping with the Hunger is Not a Game campaign, but because it seems like it's the only thing anyone wants to talk about. We all saw this phenomenon with Harry Potter anytime a new book or movie was released, especially in the late 90s when it first started taking off. It was all the world could talk about. And it happens to a certain extent with just about all of the big best-selling blockbuster things that we all geek out about. They do have this moment in the limelight where the rest of the world is just as crazy about them as we are. That craziness, that inability to want to discuss anything else is what fan activism thrives on. That excitement is its life force. When I say fan activism, I mean what we do here at the Harry Potter Alliance and with our Imagine Better project, taking the themes, the morals, the excitement from books, comics, movies, TV shows, and applying them to civic engagement. To me, the coolest part about fan activism is that it's giving us a channel for our insatiable enthusiasm. Whether you're just stoked about a movie for the few weeks surrounding its release, or you're a long-term fan, maybe even a part of the fan community, that excitement can be frustrating. You're so into the stories and the characters, and there's only so many times you can reread or rewatch or talk to your friends about it before they duct tape your mouth shut. So just like fandoms have given us amazing communities and creative outlets, fan activism is an outlet for the fire that gets lit inside of us when we're inspired by a story. Fan activism works because there are millions of people inspired by a story. It is large-scale numbers of fans and large-scale amounts of excitement. I don't know about you guys, but I feel like the idea of fandoms is becoming more of a thing. I feel like in the last 5 years there are more people being more excited about more stories. And I think there are a lot of reasons that we can see for this happening, but one trend I'm particularly intrigued by is streaming television shows. Streaming shows on Netflix Instant or Hulu or iPlayer for networks is a thing that really got started around 2007. Conveniently about the time I started college, which was just really bad timing for my GPA. It's become pretty common to binge-watch television shows. That's how I watched Doctor Who and Torchwood and Misfits and The Riches, and right now I'm watching the US version of Shameless. When we watch a TV show straight through, only pausing to go to work or school or maybe have a social life, but not waiting weeks or months in between the release of new episodes, we become much more attached to the characters and the plots. It's sort of addictive because it's right there on our computers, and I would argue that that attachment lasts beyond the week or so it takes to rip through an entire series. I think this strong attachment creates more fans than ordinary television watching. And with binge watching being an almost normal recreational activity now, especially with the rising popularity of smart TVs, I think fandoms are only going to continue to grow and multiply. Which, of course, means more opportunities for fan activism. So what do you guys think? Do you agree with this trend? Do you binge watch TV shows? And if you do, what are you watching? Because I'm about to graduate and that means no more homework and more time for Netflix. Also, Julian and I are both doing Veda, that's vlog every day in April, on our personal channels, so if you want to see videos from either or both of us every day for the next 30 days, wow, speaking of binge watching, you can subscribe by clicking on this record or this record. Julian, I will see you on Monday.